Welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday, June 11th, 2021. My name is Aubrey and this is my astrological outlook for the day. And today, following the day after our new moon in Gemini solar eclipse yesterday, we still have some big time energetics going on, and that is mostly brought to us through the sun's conjunction to Mercury today through around 1 p.m. They are at the same degree, and that degree is 21 degrees of Gemini. A tumultuous labor demonstration is the Sabian symbol of that degree, and Sabian symbols are like energetic depictions of any specific individual degree of the zodiac that help us interpret the energy better through a picture form, and that is the degree for the day for the Mercury Sun conjunction today, a tumultuous labor demonstration. So this is telling us right off the bat, remember Mercury is retrograde, so we are backtracking, looking at new information in regards to things that have happened in the past, and the sun is what energizes everything. So today should be a very busy day filled with lots of news, information, and communications of all kinds, and a tumultuous labor demonstration. Apparent lines of division in life from time to time call for some attention. A labor demonstration easily brings to mind disgruntled workers demonstrating in a show of public solidarity and airing of grievances is a way that we could think of describing this degree. So today we are coming off the eclipse energy yesterday. We still have that Mercury and Sun, Mercury retrograde, Sun in exact conjunction. Information from the past is highlighted today in a big way for a second look and reevaluation. And also remember, this is in square to Neptune, so it's regarding things that were hidden or unclear or manipulated somehow previously. Things from the past coming back around for a second look. That is what Mercury retrograde generally wants us to do, okay? And then we have the sun there today, so everything is emphasized. Today should be a big news day, a big day in terms of things in the media, information coming through, and especially in regards to things from the past coming back around. Also with Neptune, remember we have a square to Neptune going on with this. So that really is more of that confusing energy, confusing energetics. Things in the past that were hidden or unclear or manipulated in some type of way, getting a second look, having new information. And another thing with this today, with this Mercury Sun conjunction that I find interesting is the degree of the Earth, or the oppositional point to where this energy is going on and where it's happening. That is 21 degrees of Sagittarius, and that Sabian symbol is a child and a dog with borrowed eyeglasses. So we're looking at things through a different lens now. And with this Mercury Sun conjunction and all the information coming through, a lot of what we see now is going to be from a very different perspective than how we originally viewed it. Almost like looking through a totally different lens, borrowed eyeglasses, seeing things from someone else's point of view, and it changing the way that we feel about whatever occurred originally. Mercury retrograde in Gemini, so this is regarding facts, truth, information, and the North Node is there also, so it has to do with the direction of the future. And with the sun there today, it's really just energizing and emphasizing and making grow what Mercury retrograde is addressing and is bringing back around for us to get a second look at, okay? So, and this is a big deal energetic. This, especially since it is in square to Neptune, it also is still going to make things lack a lot of clarity. Today is a big day for propaganda, for manipulation, for spun narratives and damage control. And we really, really need to be very careful what we're trusting, what sources we're believing, what we're taking for fact under this energetic, as it is also pushing us to turn inwards and to seek our spiritual connection and our connection to higher source, and to utilize guidance from that instead and become more reliant on that and our own common sense and our own internal compass, as opposed to continually seeking out informational authorities that may or may not have been telling us the truth about things. It's really important, and it's very marked in this energetic right now. And with the degree of this conjunction, a tumultuous labor demonstration, I mean, people are not happy. People are feeling very pushed to demonstrate and to protest, and the information that's coming out, whether it's about something in your personal life or something that you are witnessing or experiencing via the collective unfolding drama and saga that we have going on right now, it's causing people to be angry and to want to revolt and to want to demonstrate. And that is just the marking of this. And it's not just today, because remember, this is the same degree where Mercury was yesterday for the new moon in Gemini, and Gemini is all about Mercury. So all month long, this protesting quality to things, and it has to do with information from the past that was not clear, that was not truthful, that was not, straightforward, that was manipulated, that was made into some type of an illusion or a delusion, or put into some type of hypnotic trance regarding the true nature of reality. It's coming back now. We're getting a second look. We're looking from another perspective through a different lens, and it's altering and changing the way that we are going to be thinking and viewing reality and making decisions going forward. So this is another big hit in the unfolding of that whole energetic that's going to be carrying us throughout the next few weeks as we go through this lunar Gemini cycle. Let's see what else. We also have, and here's more big, this is also big energetics that we have today. Mars is moving to Leo. Mars is changing signs. Yesterday for the eclipse, Mars was discharging the very last degree, 30 degrees of Cancer, and now Mars is moving out of Cancer today and into Leo. So this is a definite energetic shift on top of everything that we have going on. Now our energy source, our passion, our will, our motivation is coming from a place of wanting to, pride and loyalty and protection, and putting on a show, also entertaining in some type of way. So the Leo, and this also has to do with children. So protecting children is going to be a theme of Mars in Leo as well. But at 1 degree, and I find this interesting today as well in the context of the Sun-Mercury retrograde conjunction happening at 21 Gemini, a tumultuous labor demonstration. Mars today is at 1 degree of Leo, and that is under emotional stress, blood rushes to a man's head. So this information that is coming out might make heads explode today for some reason. And it's, people kind of perturbed, kind of angry, kind of want to stand up for their rights and for their own individual sovereignty and what they deserve, a labor demonstration. And also under emotional stress, blood rushing to a man's head. So whatever happens today that is making people upset and is making people angry is also really making people experience a level of emotional stress that is kind of mind-blowing. So I wonder what will happen today. I wonder if, today we'll really see some big things coming out in the news. It is sure indicated for that to be the case in the astrology, but we'll see how it unfolds, and we will see how it activates. But with Mars now coming into Leo, he is also setting up for what is going to be quite a defining energetic of the next few weeks, which is Mars coming into opposition with Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, and Mars simultaneously coming into square with Uranus in Taurus. This is going to bring conflict, and it's rebelling against controllers and authoritarian systems and structures. Mars opposite Saturn. In ancient astrology and Vedic astrology, Mars and Saturn are both known as the main malefic planets. And so this can bring a lot of conflict and a lot of it, even like potentially war we could see with this, especially since it's in square to Uranus, which is shocks and surprises and things just happening out of the blue, and it rules explosions and electricity, in square to Mars and in square to Saturn. We are entering some choppy waters, I'll put it that way. And we are going to really want to try to control our temper for sure as Mars moves into Leo and we move into this energy, because Mars and Leo also can be very hot-headed and very quick to act and overly aggressive and stuff like that. And we really need to be embodying peace and balance and harmony and love as much as we can right now, because that's how we can assist in the best way possible the cosmic forces that are fighting the spiritual battle that we're in right now. To help the light win is by not being pulled down into the negative frequencies, the negative vibrations, and all of the conflict that's going on, even though it's definitely going on, and it's definitely probably going to be a part of our experience as we move forward into this next couple of weeks. But it's just something that we should all strive to do, is not align with it emotionally and in terms of our frequency. And that's an important way that we can each individually assist this transformation that's going on right now to have the best possible outcome. But that is definitely something to keep in mind, and an energetic that we are coming into now. Also today, we have the moon coming into the early degrees of Cancer and will be therefore making a trine to Jupiter in Pisces. And this is a beautiful aspect. This is expanded faith and hope and luck and optimism. And also, this is going to be expanding truth, because Jupiter rules truth. And Jupiter is in Pisces right now, and Neptune is in Pisces, and Jupiter is really trying to help destroy the illusion and break through delusion and bring truth to light of things that have been hidden and we've been deceived by recently. Jupiter is doing this. And so with the moon coming into the trine with Jupiter today, we should be emotionally feeling quite faithful and hopeful and optimistic, even though we might be, kind of emotionally disturbed by something as well because of the position of Mars, and also fighting for our rights in some type of way. We are going to be feeling relatively hopeful about it and optimistic about it. And it also is blessed, and it also is, there's an aspect of luck to it. And this also, remember, Jupiter rules the South Node, and the South Node, which was just activated by the eclipse yesterday, is what we are moving away from and what we need to let go of. And so with the moon trining Jupiter today at 3 Pisces, a petrified forest, it's also helping us to release and let go of things from the past, and possibly due to all of these new revelations that we are coming into now and that we are learning about, and all of that is being brought back around for a second look with the Mercury retrograde conjunct the sun today in square to Neptune following the Gemini new moon solar eclipse yesterday. So overall, today is a day of revelations. Whenever Mercury and the sun come together, that puts a big emphasis on communication, information, the media, social media, news, facts, conversations, talking, things going back and forth, information spreading, things of that nature. Mercury is retrograde though, so it has to do with things from the past coming back around for a second look. And because of the square to Neptune, it is largely having to do with things that were hidden or unclear or deceptive in some type of way. We also have Jupiter, or the moon, making a trine with Jupiter today, and this is helping to shine light on that deception, kind of trying to bring us some truth in terms of especially our belief systems and what we believe, and help us simultaneously to let go and release things from the past that we can see now from a different perspective, in a different light. Also, Mars moving to Leo, 1 degree of Leo, under emotional stress, blood is rushing to a man's head. So intensifying things today, okay? There may be some minds blown with whatever comes out or whatever we experience or whatever we learn today in our lives, probably pertaining to things that have happened in the past. But the real news that I want to talk about today is actually not about today, even though we do have big conjunctions going on today. Mercury and the Sun and Mars moving into Leo. Those are big deal energetics. But really, tomorrow is when we have 3 big exact energetics hitting tomorrow as well. So I want to talk about that. And that will carry us into the weekend. And by the time that the energy is going to shift this weekend, the energy is definitely going to shift this weekend. And by the time we get to next week, it should be kind of a different climate and context that we're dealing with. And we definitely should prepare for more of an intense week next week, okay? And this is because we have tomorrow, and this is a big deal. This is the main thing, and we've been working our way up to this. It's been intensifying for the past few weeks, but now tomorrow is really the day when it's hitting exact, and that is Uranus moving to 14 degrees of Taurus, coming into its second exact square with Saturn now retrograde at 14 degrees of Aquarius. This 14 degrees of Taurus, where Uranus is moving, is on the beach. Children play while shellfish grope at the edge of the water. And 14 degrees of Aquarius, where Saturn retrograde is a train entering a tunnel. So now remember, let's think about this. Squares cause conflict and they cause tension and friction, but it's because they're really working to bring things up to a bigger level and cause changes that help evolve things to ultimately a better place. But squares cause changes. They make things happen. And Uranus is all about freedom and authenticity in writing things. And Uranus is in the sign of Taurus, which rules our value systems, our resources, and financial matters of all kinds, and also relationships. So right now we are undergoing a huge change in terms of our value systems, our relationships, our finances, and our resources, and also what makes us feel comfortable and secure, and all of those type of things as well. Saturn rules control structures. Saturn rules the establishment. Saturn rules things that have been put in place for a long period of time. And Saturn retrograde, and Saturn rules forms and structures. But mainly in this case, it's talking about control and established control. And Uranus rules freedom. And so there's a big conflict right now between freedom and control. And this is coming exact. And this conflict between freedom of the individual and control by authority it's heating up right now. And like I said, Mars is also now in Leo and moving into opposition. So I'm expecting some type of conflict to be triggered through this happening over this weekend into next week. And the Sabian symbols are talking about it. Children play on the beach while shellfish grope at the shore. That's like carefree freedom and joy. And then Saturn is at a train entering a tunnel, and that's like taken into the darkness in a dark direction in tunnel vision. It's talking about it right there. So there's this juxtaposition going on between wanting to be free and carefree and enjoy our lives, and this constricting sense of control and authoritarianism that is simultaneously being asserted on us. And it also has a lot to do with resources, finances, economic conditions, relationships, dynamics, and also I'm seeing it having to do with oil as well, because Neptune rules oil. Neptune is in Pisces. Jupiter is also in Pisces, and there is a square from Pisces, Neptune to Mercury retrograde, the Sun, and that was also there for the eclipse and the new moon. So that makes me think information about oil somehow in some type of way may also play a role in this and what's going on. The second hit that we have tomorrow, the black moon is moving to 27 degrees of Taurus and will form an exact trine to Pluto at 27 degrees of Capricorn. This is subconscious psychic purification and purges and transformations happening on deep levels that we are unaware of, but may trigger feelings of deep fears of loss and insecurity coming to the surface, as well as power and control dynamics. So this aspect really is emphasizing what is going on with the Uranus in Taurus, Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, square as well. The black moon rules our shadow side issues and our subconscious mind and our fears and what we bring into our life and what we attract to ourselves subconsciously based on those fears. And it's getting a major overhaul right now on a subconscious level. Transformation through Pluto. We're also in this process transforming our relationship to power and control dynamics. And that is also in regards to our own personal power and how we utilize that. And that ties right into our quest for individuality and authenticity in our relationships, in our finances, in our ability to control the nature of our reality that is juxtaposed to the authoritarian control systems being exerted upon us through this square with Saturn in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus. Also today, we have the moon will be coming into an exact conjunction with Venus in Cancer at 13 degrees of Cancer, which means that it's also forming an exact square to Chiron in Aries. And this is money issues. Venus and Chiron both rule money, finances, financial systems, wealth. And with them in square and conflict to each other, this can be financial issues. It is also internal wounding and trauma and conflict that brings about wounding and trauma in regards to the home or the family or the place of origin. And also trauma regarding these things may be highlighted somehow because Venus is in Cancer, and that is referring to our family, the home, like I said, the homeland, and where we find our security. There may be some conflict going on or something that wounds us or that causes some type of trauma that we experience and need to heal and overcome over this time period as well. And I mean, that really also ties into the other aspects that are hitting direct today. And the moon is here for this exact square today, so it's going to be impacting us on an emotional level. So Saturday, tomorrow, might be an intense day. We might be feeling very heavy. There might be some very upsetting, disturbing, shocking, surprising things that happen. And we just need to trust that this is a part of our evolution and this is a part of our process right now. And regardless of what happens, it truly is realigning us with that authenticity that we need to move forward and to build the new reality and build the new world and be at the place we need to be subconsciously, psychically, having cleared out a lot of and healed from a lot of what we've gone through so that we can attract and build and create a better reality. It's all a healing process. It's a big process of catharsis, what we're going through right now. And it has a lot to do with this just mind-blowing information that's coming out that's really changing the way that we perceive our reality, causing a lot of cognitive dissonance, a lot of relationship issues and family issues and pain in just regards to realizing really harsh truths about things and having no choice but to wrap our heads around them. And it's just the way that it goes, but there's a purpose behind it, and it's taking us somewhere much better and much bigger that is going to be a better place when we get there. But nothing worthwhile is ever easy. With great power comes great responsibility. All of those sayings apply right now. And we just need to, keep our chin up. Don't let it get us down, and maintain faith, maintain the belief and, the understanding that we are aligning with our path right now, and a lot of things need to leave, and we have to have maybe a lot of difficult experiences to get to where we need to be for the best outcome. But we really just need to continue to trust, to have faith, and to know that we are going in the right direction despite how it seems, as long as we are in our authenticity and as long as we are not just buying into whatever changing versions of reality come across our path on a daily basis. It's the time to cultivate our relationship to God, our faith, the divine, our intuition, and utilize that as our compass and our guiding star, our North Star to take us forward. And there's lots of new opportunities coming, lots of new people, lots of new relationships, lots of new perspectives, lots of new ways of viewing reality and our circumstances. And we just really need to maintain the hope and the optimism and not lose faith and not give up, because better days are coming, but we have to build it, and it's going to take a long time to get there. And in order to build it, we got to let go of a lot. We got to realize a lot. We got to have a lot of, come to a lot of greater understandings. And that's what this whole process is about. So I'm wishing everyone a beautiful Friday and a beautiful weekend. And I will be back here on Monday for my video for the astrology of the day. So if you guys liked my video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends if you think it's something that they would be interested in. Leave me comments. I love your comments, and I will see you guys back here on Monday for my astrological outlook of the day. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, you guys. See you then.